I think that one of the challenges and exciting opportunities when dealing with like a play that's so well known is that you're dealing both with the act of telling the story and you're negotiating an audience's expectations around the story that they might already know. It is like a kind of fairy tale that people already have a relationship to. And so we're both intervening with the original and we're also trying to tell the story. We're setting it in a vaguely contemporary city, feels a lot like Toronto, but a lot of the reference points that we're using for like the first fight and the allegiances that the Montagues and the Capulets have been inspired by, I guess, the history of contemporary hooligan culture, football, soccer, hooligan culture, the history of kind of arbitrary allegiances that have very real consequences in the world. It's amazing how much is there in the play. There's lots of choices that I'd made initially around intervening with the text and making an update or taking something and trying to turn it on its head. And when I actually dig into the piece with a bit of rigor and with the remarkable group of artists that we have in the hall, it's amazing how much we keep coming back to what the original play is. It's a really good story. It's appealing because it's both ancient and incredibly contemporary. That there's something about it that feels very present and like specific, especially the kind of the civic world, the world of Verona. I performed in Shakespeare at Hyde Park 2 years ago, and one of the things that blew me away was that we really were telling the story more than we were dealing with the institution of the big play, more than we were like intervening with people's expectations of what it might be. Like when we were doing Hamlet, I could hear like the audience would gasp when they found out that Ophelia died. And I loved that. It was such a good reminder at this moment late in the game that like the main thing that you're doing is telling this great story. And I kind of take that as a helpful reminder as we're putting this thing together that first and foremost, our task here is just telling a good story, and the good news is it's a really good story.